Hello, everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be doing the very first episode in our Grom the Paunch campaign on Legendary the day it releases. I'm also streaming this as kind of a special event with the new DLC coming out. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming that often on Warhammer. We'll see how the turnout is. We'll see how it also affects, if it affects my League streams at night with like YouTube's algorithm and things like that. So we'll see, but we're trying it out. It's an experiment here. If it does work out, I might stream more on like a Saturday or Sunday afternoon for a few hours while I record episodes for the week. But stay tuned. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Also, I did get the new mic. I was just telling the stream about this. I just got my new mic set up, so hopefully the audio sounds good. If the game is a little quiet, I can turn the game up a little bit. So, anyways, hopefully the voice is a lot more clear. But okay, and special thanks to Hellhound for sponsoring this. I really appreciate it. He just said he wanted to see some Grom the Paunch. He said it could either be Vortex or Mortal Empires. I think I'm going to do Mortal Empires. I think less people are doing that. Less content creators are doing that. I think it's probably a harder start position. And that will allow us to interact with more Greenskins and maybe get some Confederations in the mid-game. A little bit more. It's still going to have the cooking involved and all of that stuff. But, okay, so we have Grom the Paunch. We'll talk about some of the new mechanics as we get in there. I did a little bit of scouting out, but as I was telling the stream, I didn't do like a ton of pre-prep. Usually, when it's like new content, I like to spend, you know, kind of scout out the first 20 turns or so before I start releasing episodes, just to make sure I give you some really high quality advice early on. But we're gonna kind of wing it a little bit more on this one, just so I can get the content out faster and stream it early on. He has access to Grom's Cauldron, where you can do some cooking, get some buffs for your armies. We'll talk about that when we get in there. Suitable climate is Temperate Islands. That's the Elf Island in the middle. However, yellow climate, so unpleasant climate, is everything around you where you start. So that's actually pretty annoying. That's why he has a hard start position. Negative 80 diplomacy with High Elves. They don't like you. Your Wah can have a chance to have pump wagons. We'll talk about the Wah when we get in there. Global recruitment -1 for Goblin units. It's okay, I guess. We need to hire like some night goblins or something across the map. Leadership when fighting against elves will be good at some point. 10% physical resist for goblins is actually pretty big early on. -50% upkeep for chariots and pump wagons. It's good early. You get Grom's Wah, so a little bit of an extra Wah there, and then you get a Snotling pump wagon, which is actually a pretty good early game chariot. Usually, in general, I don't like chariots that much, because you have to micro them a ton and they can really get bogged down and they're pretty worthless in sieges. But this actually does give you a much earlier answer to dwarfs and sort of their heavy armor. So I think it is good. Like, he's kind of set up to do pretty well against dwarfs with the Snotling Pump Wagon, and then I think that River Trolls are actually quite good against dwarfs as well. Just the main thing is, can you get enough leadership to keep them from breaking? But I think especially because they have higher armor in this case of the Stone Trolls, and they have regeneration in their health bars, they're going to stay a bit healthier. And it's going to be less likely that they'll break as long as you protect their flanks, which dwarfs aren't really going to flank you that much, but you got to watch out for them shooting you in the back or something like that with the trolls. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get in here. Oh, and then he personally has regeneration, and he's always on a chariot. Okay, so legendary, very hard. This is vanilla. This is not SFO. I have been doing a lot of SFO, but vanilla is the only option right now. SFO is not updated, and I've been wanting to try some more vanilla anyways, because we'll see how it goes, but I feel like SFO has become easier over the last year or so. I was talking about that in a recent video that I made, but they've done a lot of changes, I think, to make legendary much easier than it used to be in SFO. Yeah, Emmerich looks pretty cool. We might try out Emmerich too at some point. I haven't really scouted him out that much, but oh, people are talking about my playstyle versus others. Alright, we'll go ahead and just skip that. Yeah, I mean, I like trying to avoid cheese as much as possible. I mean, some of the main things that I avoid is I don't multi-sack towns early on. I know other content creators do that, where they'll sit there and sack the same town over and over again to power level your lord. There are a couple of campaigns that are really hard where you have to either farm rebellions or multi-sack towns, but it's very, very rare. I think most of the time, if you're just really aggressive, and you fight well, then you won't have to do that. So that's one thing. And then some of the, like, just running around with your lord, running people, like, the enemy archers out of ammo, like, running around with Grom and just making, like, the dwarves run out of ammo and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just not a style that I really enjoy. It's smart. It's intelligent play. I just try to go for a little bit more fun. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with a battle here, just because I was talking to the stream for quite a bit earlier on while I was scouting out this for like 10 minutes or so, just the text and stuff like that. But this is very nice that it has, that she has replenishment early on. What's her trait? Determined. It's not that great. But she does have more leadership, 63, which is nice. And I mean, she's a troll. She still gives the melee attack debuff. Starts off with Spirit Leech. This magic's going to be really good too. Death magic, I think, is way better than the typical Greenskin magic after they nerfed it. Sneaky Stabbing and Itchy Nuisance used to be very good in multiplayer, like when the game first came out and in the base game, but they nerfed Itchy Stabbing to where it's only single target, not multi-target. You used to be able to buff your whole army up with that, which was sweet. And since then, the Greenskins magic has been a little underwhelming. That's really good. Character leadership aura +5 is nice. Because that's what we need. We need leadership. She doesn't... Okay. Doesn't have anything else that gives leadership. Okay. Some heroes have this buff that gives like +9 leadership to everybody, but it's very rare. Okay. Anyways, but like Soul Blight is very good. It let's see, shreds armor, -30 armor, -30% base damage, which is good. Now I gotta get used to this because this is different from SFO. This gives terror causing and +8 leadership. +8 leadership for 32 seconds for only 7 mana is actually quite good. For something like trolls. Doom and Darkness lowers enemy leadership by 16. Okay. And then of course kind of the big stuff is Purple Sun. That is very expensive now. It looks like they have nerfed that. I think that used to be like 12. It used to be very, very cheap. Maybe it wasn't ever that cheap, but Vortex spells in general are super good for sieging. Then Fate of Buna is pretty expensive too. It's single target, just tons of damage. You don't have a lot of magic damage unless you're Wurzog as the Greenskin, so that's really important to kill like ethereal units and stuff like that. Fate of Buna can be pretty strong, so I think it's pretty good. I mean, maybe I'll have to look at the Greenskin magic again later to see how it goes, but we're going to get a Death Hag either way, as many as we can get, because they look really strong. Okay, so we have just Underway, Dash. Raiding no longer takes any movement speed to start, so that's really sweet. And if you start off raiding and then someone attacks you and you run away, it knocks you out of raiding stance, and then if they follow up and attack you again, then you're not in raiding stance, so you don't start the fight winded. Actually, it says you don't start the fight winded anyways. Wow. Usually if you raid and you get attacked, it's winded. But now you actually get melee defense and leadership if you're in raid stance. So if they attack you, you're actually stronger when you're in raiding stance. Okay, I like this. Alright, well... But you can't attack in raiding stance, right? No. So I can't just attack him and get the buffs. Okay. Alright, nice, nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this fight. I haven't practiced this fight. We'll see how it goes. And I'll just disclosure also, I haven't really played Total War in like 2 or 3 weeks. I've had some episodes just kind of stored up that I've been releasing over time, just kind of waiting on this DLC. So I might be a little rusty on it, but I'll turn the game sound up a little bit too. I forgot about that. People said it was a little on the quiet side with the game. Did the chat say? Foot of Gork is good. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's better than Purple Sun. We'll have to see. The Little Wah stuff, if Itchy Nuisance is still, like, can be very strong still, potentially. I don't think they had that much. Sneaky Stabbing can be okay. I'll have to look at it again and see. With the Big Wah, there's one that, like, buffs up. I think it's just single target. It might be multi-target, the thing that gives, like, a lot of attack. Like melee attack. I forgot what it is pretty good, and then the foot's pretty good. Both of them have like some gaze stuff that's Gaze of Mork and Gaze of Gork, I think. You have Brain Busta with the Greenskins too. I mean, it's probably better in like multiplayer. Okay. Now, I didn't see. They have a trebuchet or anything? Yeah, they do actually. That's kind of annoying. So we're gonna have to go to them. I didn't really scout out their unit. Okay, and their archers gonna be better than my archers. Well, yeah, my archers don't have any shields. Neither do theirs, but theirs have longer range. Is it mob? Huh. Okay. So I think we want to try to come up this way then. Just so this side's like less steep. And I guess maybe we want to try to have the goblins over here. So like orcs, if the orcs take the shots, or if the trolls take the shots rather, that's better for us. Okay, I'll go with 3. Actually, let's switch these. These kind of a 4 group there. There we go. Don't want our trolls too injured, but something has to take those trebuchet shots. Sounds like a dude. That's a pretty beastly. I guess hag. Does hag necessarily have to be a woman? I'm not sure. Anyways, all right. Forget about that. No. Yeah, they're just gonna do the whole like. Probably just form like a line. So they do have the swamp breath. Okay. Hey, what's up, Slurp? We don't want to take too many free shots, but we do want to try to flank around. It really sucks when they have artillery superiority on you. Greenskins actually have really good artillery, believe it or not. At least in multiplayer they did. They just crushed dwarves back in the day because that Doom Diver is so accurate that you can usually snipe out their artillery with your Doom Divers. They are actually firing on the goblins. So we're going to have to get up here and try to get them to fire on me. We obviously want to keep him out of halberds. Ah, they're smart. Are we tired yet? How are we looking? Active. Okay, yeah, we can just charge in there. They have their halberds around, like, the backside over here. We need to try to shoot. Oh, you can't do the breath while you're in combat? Okay. Okay, there we go. Shoot him in the back, shoot him in the back. Actually, let's just rotate down here and kill these guys. Oh. Tearing up my gobos here. Those trolls might end up running. That's fine though. Alright, let's go. Go, 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 go. Let's go, boys. Yeah, these spears do a good job of just holding them together. Ooh, halberds, halberds. Don't like those. I'm gonna get shot in the back if I run though, so we can't run. Because if we get shot in the back, we're definitely running. Just need to get some more leadership over there. Okay, I think most of them should be running here soon. Uh-oh. Another wall? Oh, the meter's up there. Okay, so the more that we attack and fight, the more we get. Okay, so you can get multiple in a fight. That's pretty nice. I don't even think I've used... I probably should... Oops, kind of lost track of her over there. Just trying to make it fair for the AI. You know, y'all know how it is. Trying to let one of my key units just chill in the back. Not miss micro at all. Okay, I think they're just shattered. Try to kill as many as we can here. Please. Come on. Okay, whatever. You're probably gonna have to fight him again. Whoa, we can't even reach those? Come on now. I know they're in range. Okay, you're trolling. Get my pump wagons out of there. Vomit's probably not even gonna work. Maybe it's a line of sight thing. Yeah, I lost track of her. I should have had her come back. We're gonna have to fight him again, so we do want to, you know, kill as many as we can. Speed this up a little bit. Oh, I would love to kill his trebuchets, please. It's a pretty big map. Yeah, we can run them down before they get to the edge, I'm pretty sure. How many Grom kill? 81, not bad. Yeah, definitely get the trebuchet out of there. River Trolls definitely held up better than the Stone Trolls, although they were fighting different units, so it's tough to tell. But yeah, I mean, they lowered the melee attack of the enemy by 6, and they already have really low melee attack, so... Oh, did they get to... Oh, we just killed them all right there, probably. Okay. I think your wall grows faster. Yeah, the Trolls definitely putting in some serious work. I mean, Trolls are really good. I mean, they were really good in the base game, too, but these bonus Trolls are pretty sweet also. Hey, what's up, Kamoy? Yeah, it's a different game. In League, for sure. I'm just doing an afternoon stream, so... I know the numbers are going to be significantly lower than League, but... I mean, even if we can start getting close to 100 or something, that'd be nice. Or if it just doesn't influence, like, how many people I'm getting for League. If the algorithm's still going to recommend, like, people for League, even if I do some smaller streams like this every now and then. It should be good. Oh, I forgot to change the game. I think that it said it was streaming. I don't know, maybe I should do that. Change that here in a second. Okay, so just money, leadership, or replenishment. Just money, pretty much all the time. I do like some of the SFO stuff, like getting to... Oh, wow, they just straight died? Okay. Okay. So scrap, basically... Hey, thanks for the sub, I appreciate it. Oh, the wah. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second. I'm using a Rode NT1. The mic sounds pretty good, but the problem is that I said earlier, I can pull this over here, is there's the mic right there, that black mic, and I've got it in just like a plastic jar right now. Basically, that used to have bungee cords in it because it doesn't come with a mic stand. Like, it didn't come with an XLR cable to hook it up to anything, so you couldn't use it out of the box, and it doesn't have a mic stand. I mean, I guess that's not standard on most mics, but like the previous mic that I got, the Blue Yeti, like the black Blue Yeti, it had the mic stand, and it was just plug and play. You just literally plug it into your computer, and that's it. This, I had all kinds of weird crap I had to like mess with. I think the sound quality is much better, but it's definitely a little misleading and annoying for noobs like me. I mean, it's not really intended for noobs. I think that it's supposed to be people that know about mics, that know you're supposed to have a mic stand, that know you're supposed to have an XLR cable. But as kind of an audio noob, it was a little annoying, but that they weren't more forthcoming on the box. They didn't say, you need to buy your own mic stand. You know, you need to buy an XLR cable. I could have probably researched it better. Okay, so what we're gonna do here then is we want the leadership. Yeah, I looked up the other mics. They're just gonna be so much more expensive to get a dynamic mic because it said they're like really quiet, and you have to get like a boost thing like Cloud Lifter or whatever it is. I don't remember what it's called, but some extra thing that's like 150 extra bucks on top of the like a good dynamic mic was going to be at least like 200, 250. And those don't pick up as much background noise, but usually there's not that much background noise going on when I'm playing. Sometimes my daughter's like yelling when she comes in here, but so we're just gonna go with the leadership there. Oh, we can attack Kelness on first turn too. Nice. I know. I just wanted a higher quality mic though, because I was tired. Like Blue Yeti's good, but it felt like the audio quality wasn't as high. Okay, so do we want Replenish? Replenish is really good. I kind of want to get to Soul Blight though. That's 50-second debuff. It shreds 30 armor, and base weapon damage is lower. That's pretty nice for 11. Life leeching's pretty good too. Doom and Darkness, Bretonnian units don't have that much leadership early on, so Doom and Darkness could actually be pretty nice. And if we're going to get a lot of pump wagons and things like that, like if we can make them flee off of Doom and Darkness or Terror, then we could just run them down and chase them down with a bunch of our fast units. Yeah, that's true, Josh. I mean, I think it was mostly just my problem being a noob. Anyways, okay, so what do we have 3 options: growth and obedience, extra income, or recruitment. Okay, well that's pretty easy. Let's go with growth and obedience, and then just money, I think. I mean, the growth is nice. We don't get anything for, it's only 4 obedience, and you don't get any extra growth. Yeah, so that's a lot different than SFO. So you pretty much always want to have this on. I don't know, I guess 80 gold is not that much, to be honest, so maybe we just take it off early on until we get a bit more gold. And so maybe we go with growth first, because I would like to get up to tier 3 and get some rock lobbers or some like upgraded pump wagons or something. Although really, am I going to be recruiting here that much, to be honest? Because I'm probably just going to be taking over Bretonnian stuff. What would I want? Like maybe some trolls. As trolls level up too, they get a lot of kills, as you saw, and I think as they level up, they get extra leadership, right? They don't have any chevrons yet. I guess they level up a little bit slower in this than they do in SFO, probably. But they should get higher leadership as they level. Most units get at least 1 leadership per level. So I guess just growth. We can sell this back later. It's a very cheap building. Money's good too, but if I'm not going to tax it, then... Oh, that does let us get stone trolls at tier 3 also. Oh, we can just get it instead of this? That's kind of a wimpy little building, but extra income is nice. I guess, what's our growth rate at? 30? Yeah, let's just level up. I do want to get a wizard too. It looks like we can get shamans at tier 3. I mean, we do have... let me just look really quick at this magic. I was talking about it earlier. Okay, because I have to refamiliarize myself with vanilla versus SFO. Okay, so single unit, buff up, not that great. Vindictive Glare, not that great. It's probably pretty decent in multiplayer, but like for campaign, it's not that great. Charge speed and charge bonus is down a lot, and movement speed's down, so that'd be good for like against cavalry, I guess, but situational. Itchy is 25 seconds, 8 mana, minus 24 melee attack and weapon damage. It's decent. Night Shroud's kind of bad. I mean, if they have a lot of artillery, that can be okay. Curse of the Bad Moon. Pretty cheap. Oh, only 11 for a Vortex spell. It says medium damage. I don't think Vortex spells are as good in vanilla as they are in SFO because they move much faster in vanilla, from what I'm remembering. Okay, so Little Wah doesn't look that great. Gaze of Mork, same deal, not that great, probably. Explosion, not that great. Magical damage is good against like wraiths and things like that, but it's only single target, it's not multi-target. Headbutt, breath attack, very short range. Well, not very, but like 150 is pretty short range. Decent. Not that great. Here we go. This is really good. 40 melee attack for 38 seconds for 11. That's actually quite good. And then Foot of Gork is pretty good. 18's not that bad. 18's not that bad. If Purple Sun is bad, I don't remember if it is or not, like how fast this Vortex moves. If Purple Sun's bad, then maybe it's the same price as Foot of Gork, and I guess Foot of Gork is more reliable. Okay, so maybe it's worth getting Big Wah for Foot of Gork, and here we go. That's extremely good, especially with like Black Orcs later. Okay, so maybe it is worth getting, and then what are their skills are... Steel Tech is really good because we have some nice technology. It's actually worth stealing techs. So we can just power level them up just by spamming Steel Tech over and over again, I think. What else do they have? Hinder Replenishment. The rest of their stuff is not that great. But stealing tech's pretty good. The Hag, what is... Oh, she has Steel Tech also. She's actually cheaper than they are. What? She's only 193? Say what? Dude, that's OP. She has really good magic. She's actually a good fighter. Replenish troops. And she's that cheap. Recruitment duration of standard trolls. -1. Okay. Okay, so normal trolls would just be, you could hire them in 1 turn. Wow. Okay. That's legit. Okay, anyways. Alright, that's what we're going to go for. Technologies. We just want Gobbo stuff early. Goblin infantry, melee attack, leadership, missile strength. Just all of that stuff. And then we probably want to go to abuse them next. Or use them. I think use them for the armor. Growth is pretty nice too. I think that's where we want to go early. And then we do want to get to Doom Divers pretty fast, if we can. Okay, and then you get like some food. We'll go over this a little bit more as it shows up. I was talking to the stream about this earlier. You get ingredients, you get recipes by doing certain missions or talking to the hag merchant or whatever, and it basically gives you limited buffs, like 10 turns of some kind of buff. And then the scrap is used. You can get upgrades for certain units. You have to unlock those through techs, but like this gives 25 armor. It's just this specific unit. It's not any other unit. So, okay, so this does not require a tech, I don't think. Does it? It might. That might be a food. I don't know why it's purple. But if we can get this, like, I think it's probably only worth upgrading your elite units, like the stuff that you really want that's going to be high, like Black Orcs, Giants, Spiders, Trolls, you know, stuff like that. I think, like, upgrading Goblins is probably not a good use of scrap. That's my opinion. We'll see. I think there's just better stuff you can do with that, probably. So we need sharper stabas is what it says for that. This doesn't say, it just says we need the scrap. I mean, if we can upgrade their leadership early on, it's 50, which is a lot, but 15 extra leadership on a troll is a big deal. Okay, I like that. Okay. Nice strategic trade-off. Let me go ahead and combine a couple of these. Empire Wizard. Hey, what's up, Weaver? Nice. People thought I got a haircut. I just put my hair back. Like, usually I just had it combed over like this, which I kind of like that haircut. It is getting a bit longer, but I had it like this. And then people were just like, looking good on the haircut, you know, like a couple of nights ago. I'm like, I just literally just pulled it back. Like this. Basically, I think I had like a little bit more out like that, kind of, but... okay, well, let's fight it. Yeah, the replenishment is a big deal. For the hag. I mean, yeah. Well, we are going to want multiple armies, too, so having multiple hags is good. Yeah, I mean, they just seem like they're a way better fighter than the normal wizard lords are. They just have way better traits, and their magic, it's debatable, but it's pretty close. Like, that wall magic, Foot of Gork, plus, Here We Go, might be worth, but... Okay, so let's not forget our hag this time. Just talking about how good she is in combat. I didn't even use her hardly last time. I guess I used her on the initial charge, but... Okay. Did they have a lot of archers? I don't remember. Maybe. I don't think they had a trebuchet. I don't know if I'm going to use that scrap early, but I think that getting the upgrade for the trolls would definitely be good. I noticed that a lot of other content creators, including Legend, don't use the control groups. I'm like, what? How do you even like micro your units without control groups? Like, it's so much easier when you have control groups. Like, you still have to micro individual units, but I just don't know how you like click back and like manage your spell cooldowns and all that stuff without having control groups. So we're just gonna use the. We can actually put him on the front line, and then you just want to use your chariots to flank in the back if you can. Okay, let's just get in there. Fine. We want to keep him out of the spears if we can. What are these? Spearmen at arms, spearmen at arms. Okay, so we gotta be a little careful with him. Trying to freak out their archers a little bit. Alright, come on. No. We want those in the back. Spit on some stuff, bro. Come on. What are you doing? Spit on him. Okay, I don't know why she's not doing it, but okay. Sure. What's going on? Something flank them? No, they just got gunned down, I guess. These trolls are taking some heat over here. We need to get in here and kill those things. Oh, that's an actual lord? I thought those are just little... Oh, they are just little swordsman units. Yeah, they should be running. I don't know. what's up with that, but... These trolls are actually holding in there pretty dang well. I mean, they're taking a lot of damage. I don't know why, like, the vomit stuff is just not working. Oh, there she goes. Okay. How many of these little pump wagons kill? 80. I mean, it's not bad for how cheap they are. I mean, they're all gonna die because it's a garrison, so I don't even know if it matters if I fight them at the end, but... Reduced aim in the trees. I've never played this game before. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Your arrows can be intercepted by trees. Yeah, so the physical tree can block the arrows. It's actually pretty cool that, like, the physics are pretty real, like, in this game. It's very interesting. Like, if you're, like, charging downhill, like, the weight of your units and the speed that they're moving actually impacts how much damage. Like, horses, like, very heavily armored horses going downhill, for example, will do a lot more damage. You'll see units flying way, like, further and stuff like that than if it's, like, you know, just very lightly armored horses or horses with no armor just, like, running uphill at something. So, like, your units get tired when they're climbing hills, when they're going through water. They get debuffs when they're tired. The trees block your shots. Yeah, they can influence your line of sight. They can block arrows. Hills can influence line of sight. And, you know, different... certain ammunition doesn't arc as well as others. So, like, bows have a much bigger arc radius. They can shoot over hills better than, like, guns, which are just kind of, like, straight line of sight. So it's really cool. It's very, very dynamic fights. Like... Physics matter a lot. There are a lot of different stats that go into it, so I think it's really sweet. I think the combat in this game is amazing. It's a really good game in general if you like strategy games. It's got really good kind of map management sort of stuff that you can think about. It's kind of the Civ-esque type of stuff, but then it's also got like a StarCraft, I mean, I don't know, a StarCraft or a Warcraft kind of feel in the battles. Where the physics don't even matter that much in StarCraft, but in this it does matter. So it's a really hybrid type of game that's very cool, where it's strategy, but it's also got like real-time strategy elements to it. Okay. I don't know how much the scale is by 2. I mean, we could raise it. I think we just want to try to sack and occupy. I don't know if we have enough movement to sack and occupy. I don't even know if it's worth it to try to occupy it. I mean, if we can occupy it and put in just like resource buildings and an obedience building, like maybe we can hold it, especially if we get some of the like faction-wide obedience buffs. It might still be worth. Construction time is 50% longer, but just for like just a money building and an obedience building in it, it might be worth it. Construction cost is higher, but the money buildings are so cheap anyways. Snatch up the best stuff. It looks like I still do have enough movement to take it. Okay, discovered a new ingredient. Using it in recipes with Grom's Cauldron will grant new benefits for the last. You have uncovered a new cooking. This guy sounds so epic for everything. It's awesome. Oh, dang, we're already at 1 hour and 20 minutes in this episode. Oh my gosh, sorry about that, guys. All right, well, I'm gonna record multiple episodes, but I didn't mean the first episode to be this long. Okay, well, sorry, first episode, really long special. But anyways, thank you very much for tuning in for the episode. The stream's gonna continue, but this standalone episode I'm recording is gonna end. So special thanks again for Hellhound for sponsoring this campaign. Be sure to check out the next episode. It's gonna be great. If you'd like to sponsor a campaign yourself, email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. We can get that set up for you. It's just $30 for 15 episodes in a campaign, $2 an episode. I think it's a pretty good deal to kind of make a request of a content creator. So, and come by. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll make an announcement on the channel about the stream. If this is pretty successful, we could come back and try it again. There's quite a few people, at least talking in the chat, showing up, having fun. And if it doesn't influence my viewership for the League stream later on, then we can do it some more, maybe on Saturdays or Sundays. It'll be fun. But I know there are some other content creators that are streaming Total War on YouTube that are pulling some pretty decent numbers. So seems like maybe there's a movement towards that. But anyways, that's gonna be it. Stream's gonna continue, but that's it for this episode. Have a good day. Stay tuned for the next episode, and I'll see you next time.